Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TNC Sports Betting Podcast. This is Week 5, NFL. Your boys had a big week last week. Overall, together, we went 6-2. I personally went 3-1 with locking in the lock of the week. Bills minus 2.5, never a sweat, plus 2 units there. Rams plus 1.5. I mean, they were up 23-0, I think. Let the Colts come back. We went to overtime, but then cashed that. Ravens plus 2.5. Like I said on the pod last week, I gave you a bunch of stats on why we're taking the Ravens. Easy, no sweat there. And then the Chargers over 47.5. If you were watching this game, Colm, I think you were as well because we were texting about this.
Yeah.
The Raiders were on the 4-yard line to score. We were at 42 points. So a touchdown there. I'm sorry, 41. A touchdown there. We get to 48. Touchdown, extra point. He throws a pick, and the dude has clear grasp for a pick six. Like, the easiest pick six I've ever seen in my life, and he slides. When you didn't have to do it in that situation because they got the ball. The Raiders got the ball back. So, anyway, it should have been 4-0. It's 3-1 plus 2.8 units for me. Colm, you want to go ahead with yours?
Yes, sir. I also went 3-1. Back-to-back weeks, just didn't have the units in the right spot. Lions minus 1.5 on Thursday Night Football. Never a doubt there. Vikings minus 3. That one was a little scary off rip. Panthers were playing real good the first half. Vikings came out and took that one away and got the dub, as I knew they were going to. Didn't really even stress about that one too much the week prior. Jags minus 3. Definitely did not sweat that one. That was easy money. This next one fucking breaks my heart because I was completely wrong, guys. Over 5.5 receiving yards was not the play. It was Ridley to score first touchdown or Ridley to score one touchdown in general. I should have had that instead of the fucking receptions. If you watch the game, Ridley was on fucking Terrell Island all day. AJ Terrell followed him around the field the entire game. Obviously, the Falcons' game plan going into that game was to not let Ridley bust that game open because they knew it was him playing in Atlanta. Yeah, and honestly, if this game would have been in Atlanta or in Jacksonville, I think it still would have hit. I think the London kind of had a little effect on him, but also Trevor Lawrence was just feeding Christian Kirk. I mean, every ball was going to Christian Kirk or Evan Ingram, so that was a tough loss, but we got a good lock of the week this week that we feel comfortable about, so hopefully we can get those two units back. But yeah, that's it for me.
3-1 for you plus 0.8 units,
0.8
so
units,
still positive on the week. For us overall, we went 6-2 plus 3.6 units on the week. Huge week. NFL season is plus 7.74 units. So if you've been following since episode 1, you're up money. I mean, that's what this thing's about. So
we're gonna grow it.
With that being said, we will introduce our guest picker today, Sims Miller.
Let's go.
What's up, excited to be here.
Got some smoke in the camera, buddy? What you got there?
A little smoke.
Whoa!
Whoa, buddy thinks he's cool or something.
I had to light one up for the pod.
Okay. But, yeah, our guest picker this week is Sims Miller. Another thing, guys, I'm going to bring up last week's picks real quick. Follow the Twitter, guys, TNC Sports or TNC Sports Betting. Give it a follow. I'm going to start doing a money line parlay every week on there. It's going to be a 6-leg money line parlay that I'm going to post on there probably first thing tomorrow. I'm probably going to post it.
Hey, buddy, this is me too now. You what do you mean? Just you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I'm gonna post it. You want to get in on it, then you can have your money line parlay. I have my money line parlay. We do a combo.
I thought we were doing this together, but
it's
separate. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever we want to do. But we're gonna have money line parlays on Twitter. That's the point. We both talked about getting into money line parlays. We just got to figure out if it's gonna be a combined thing or a separate thing.
And I'll add to that, Christian. I do want to start throwing some college bets on there as well.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting into NCAA.
The college game. We just haven't posted anything. So
I lost an 8-leg parlay on college football last week to fucking Georgia Tech losing to Bowling Green. So wanted to kill myself, but I didn't. I'm here this week. But let's go ahead and hop into the first week's game this year. We got Chicago at Washington. Washington minus 6 with an over-under of 44.5. This is a fucking ugly game. I'll kind of say my 2 cents and pass this one along. This is an ugly game. Washington at the Bears. I mean, the only way I could look is Bears. The line started at, I believe, -7. Has moved down a full point to -6. So the only thing I could see here is probably the Bears and get some money. If you got the Bears at a full touchdown, you might be covering that. But I still don't like it. I'm gonna stay away from this one. What you got there, Sims?
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this one. Don't like the Bears at all. I mean, they were up, 3 touchdowns last week, and they completely blew it. Kind of like the Commanders. Saw a stat the other day that in the last 9 head-to-head games, the Commanders are 8-1. So if I were to make a pick here, I'd go Commanders, but I'm not going to make a pick on this one.
Is that 8-1 overall or 8-1 against the spread?
8-1 overall.
So would you
they
still
didn't
go
have a
with
spread on that.
Washington -6 or?
I probably would, yeah, but I still
Gotcha.
wouldn't make a pick on it.
So yeah, for me, I hate either side on this game. Too many unknowns with the Bears and their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he loses this one, he's going to probably be fired. We'll see. But if I had to go anywhere, I would probably hit the over. The Bears, I believe, have hit the over in the entire season. Their defense is not good, and they get down quick. And then or last week they were up big, and then let the Broncos come back. So I would lean the over here. It's 44.5. That's not many points for these two teams who, I mean, if you watch their games, it's always some 33, 31, 28, 25 kind of game. So I would lean that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Justin Fields is also 3-23 in his last 26 starts.
Jesus Christ.
I like my chances.
Alrighty, let's get over to
line
this
at
next
least,
one here.
Spread.
I think Sims has got a pick in this one, and don't forget with the guests, we're going to recap their picks at the end of the pod, so they'll kind of let you know if they have a pick, and then we'll recap it at the end, and you guys can see the 3 plays that they have for the week. But we got Jacksonville versus Buffalo. This one's in London. So we got another London game this week. No Toy Story game, unfortunately. That fucking blows because that was lit. But we got Buffalo -5.5 with an over/under of 48. I don't like much in this game. The thing that scares me is I really love Buffalo -5.5. The biggest thing is that Jacksonville was there last week. So they're kind of acclimated to the London. They're not going to have any jet lag or anything like that. They've been there. They're practicing in London all week. Buffalo's coming fresh in this week, so they haven't had that full week to adjust. And Jacksonville's coming off a big dub in London, going back into the same stadium. So it's going to be a stay away from me. But if I was to lean anywhere, it'd definitely be Buffalo. What you got on this one, Troy?
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. I would lean the Jaguars here. 5.5 is just too many. This is a neutral site game, but this is really a Jaguars home game. Like you said, they've been there for 2 weeks, so 5.5 in this spot, that's too many points. I would lean Jaguars. I like T-Law and the boys to cover that.
Yeah, I'm a little opposite of Troy. I like the Bills right here. I know Jacksonville played there last week, and they did well. But Bills beat Miami last week pretty handily, 48-20. Bills have won the last 3 games by I think 28+ points. Josh Allen's really, really hot. He was threw for like 320 with 4 touchdowns last week. So I like the Bills to cover the spread right here and win it in London.
A little fun fact for you guys, too. The past 3 weeks, Josh Allen has more touchdown passes than he has missed targeted throws.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did see that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking
stat.
insane. He's got more passing touchdowns than missed throws. That's wild.
That's insane. Do you know the numbers on that?
I think it's like he's got 7 touchdowns including rushing. He's got 7, and then he's got 6 incompleted passes in the past 3 weeks. Yeah, fucking that's insane. Yeah, so I that's why I don't really hate the Buffalo Bills here. But I'm gonna stay away from it. I do think Josh Allen could go crazy and run away with this one, but we'll see. Next game we got Houston at Atlanta. I think all 3 of us have a pick on this game. So we got is Houston coming to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and taking on them bad dudes, them Atlanta Falcons. And Sims has an ambulance going by his house right now.
Yes, I do.
We
not
got
a good sign.
Not a good sign. Falcons.
That's for this pick right now.
That's what I'm saying. Not a good sign.
We got Falcons -2 at home with an over-under of 41. I think this line opened at 1.5, or actually opened up at 1 and has gone all the way to 2. So yeah, I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this one. This is gonna be one of my picks of the week. Love the Falcons in this spot. Texans rush defense is ranked 19th in the league. Houston's fucking playing good right now. I will say that CJ Stroud looks really good. He looks like he's gonna be a guy in the league for a while. But I still think this is a step back for Houston. It's still a rookie quarterback. So I still think this will be a step back. So I think that they drop here to Atlanta. So yeah, I got Atlanta -1.5. I got it at that -1.5 number. But yeah, that's gonna be one of my picks of the week. Atlanta -1.5. What you got here, Troy?
Sims, go ahead, buddy.
Oh no!
All right, so I got Texas +1.5 right here. Coming off a big dub against Christian Steelers.
Easy.
CJ Stroud is absolutely balling out. I don't think he's been sacked in the last 2 weeks. I think he was sacked like 11 times in the first 2 weeks, but the last 2 weeks they've been protecting him pretty well. And that Steelers pass rush is pretty good. Desmond Ridder, I absolutely hate. I think he's garbage. I love Dijon. So, with that Texans rush defense not being great, I don't love that. But +1.5. That's not a whole lot of points. So I like the Texans. I like the Texans covering right here. Plus, saw a stat that CJ Stroud, he's the 6th player in NFL history with 300 pass yards.
I did see that.
No interceptions in the first 4 games. The only other 5 guys to do it are Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Patty Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. 4 out of those 5 guys won the MVP.
He's gonna be a guy. Be a guy.
Not saying he's gonna win the MVP because he's not, but he is in good company, and I think he's gonna take down the Falcons in Atlanta.
All right, Troy, bury this motherfucker.
Yeah. That's, I'm completely against that pick. I got the Atlanta Falcons. Listen, there's 3 reasons why I'm taking the Falcons here. 1, I hate public dogs. This is another spot like last week where Miami was coming off this hot win. I told you Bills. Everybody and their mom was on the Dolphins.
Whoa,
and
not me.
What happened?
Not me.
So now we come to this week. CJ Stroud's riding really high. Really, really emotional bets are coming all in on the Texans. But you've seen the line. It started at 1. It's going up to 2. That's pro money. It's the pros versus Joe's game. The Falcons are a way better team at home. They're 2-0 at home. And I'll end with this. The Falcons have a really good pass defense. They're allowing 186 yards per game. The whole reason you took C.J. Stroud and the Texans is because of that pass offense. So look for the Falcons to shut that down way more this week. And again, I like your point that you made. They're really bad against the run. I got Bijan and Tyler Algier coming in hot. So Atlanta -1.5. It shouldn't even be. Yeah. I don't even know why people are taking Texans.
I like Dameon Pierce too. So I'm not gonna.
Oh, Sims, by the way, that was
yeah.
Troy burying you. I don't know if you saw that.
I heard that.
All right.
We'll see on Sunday.
Go ahead. Hop to the next.
I love it. Next game, Carolina.
Ask Rich about it.
Carolina at Detroit. Detroit -10 with an over/under of 44.5. I'll give my 2 cents on this one. This line started at -11.5, I want to say, and it's come down 1.5 point, which makes me want to lean towards Carolina. I think if it gets down, this is like a perfect line. If you can get it at this line, I would lean Carolina plus the 10. I think Detroit's been playing out of their mind lately. I think they have to have a regression game. Everybody does every season, and it's always against some shit ball club. And Carolina is definitely one of those, a shit ball club. So yeah, if I was leaning anywhere here, it'd probably be Carolina plus the 10. But nothing on this one. What you got, Sims?
Yeah, I don't have a pick on here. That's a lot of points. That's just a lot of points. I would probably. Man, that's really a coin toss. To be honest with you, I'd probably lean Carolina just because of the points. But the Lions are getting Jameson Williams back, so that'll be huge for them. I mean, that Lions pass rush is crazy.
Yeah, and run defense.
Good. Yeah, and run defense. I mean, he's good. Aiden Hutchinson's good for essentially a turnover a game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's a coin toss,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. So I'm not making a pick on that one.
What you got, Troy?
Yeah. So Cole, I think you're a little confused. The line opened up at 7.5. It's now jumped to 10.
Oh, really?
Oh, my bad.
Money
No.
came in on. I think you're thinking of the Dolphins, maybe.
Yeah. My bad. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So it started. It was at 7.5. It's at 10 now. I would lean the Lions here, but it's too chalk for me to take. I just can't do that. So for that reason, I'm just going to pass. But I would lean the Lions for sure. Maybe if you're making some,
And just to,
parlay or something, I would probably.
I got Lions money line in our money line parlay this week.
But
so
I would lean that way for sure.
Yeah, and one kind of tidbit about this one, I just kind of want to bring up to you guys. Is Bryce Young not a guy? Do we think Bryce Young is a guy?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a rookie. I'm not going to base.
He's not a
any
first-year
decision.
guy. Yeah, he may be.
He's just in a bad situation with a lot of guys. We got old Adam Thielen, who's their number one receiver.
But I mean, look what AR's doing, bro. With no receivers, no running backs.
I think Michael Pittman's pretty good. I mean, let's not. Zach Moss has been really good.
He's good, but he's not a receiver one. He's not a Jamar Chase or a fucking Justin Jefferson.
Not everyone has one of those.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's doing a lot with a little. I mean, it's not like Carolina's got scrubs at receiver. They got DJ Shark. They got fucking Adam Thielen. They got Hayden Hurst at tight end.
Yeah. AR, too, is kind of like that Cam build, though, where he can kind of make
use his athleticism.
Not a lot of rookie players can make.
That is
not
true.
a lot of rookie QBs can
Bryce
make
Young
those
can't go
plays,
out there and truck a linebacker.
Granted,
That is true.
Yeah, it seems like he's already figured out in the first few games that
Right.
he's not going to be able to do that.
That is
for
true.
a long period of time.
Well, speaking of the devil,
I think
he's got that going for him.
Tennessee.
Yeah, speaking of the devil, the worst
at Indianapolis.
worst game of the week.
Yeah, Tennessee at Indianapolis.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, just I don't really have much on this one. If I was to lean anyway, the way the line's moving, I think that this line was swapped, wasn't it, Troy? It started off at Indy -1, did it not?
I believe it did.
Yeah, I think it started off at Indy -1, so that's screaming, take the Titans, take the Titans. Derrick Henry woke up last week, and when you wake a beast like that, he usually is going to go for 200 or something this week. It's just, I bet on the Titans earlier this year, and they've really fucked me. You don't know really what you're getting in the Colts. If AR comes out there playing like he has been, I could definitely see the Colts run away with this one, and that's why I'm staying away from this one. It's really just a tale of the two giants. Like, who's going to do really good, AR or Derrick Henry? And and honestly, I'd probably lean towards Derrick Henry, but the way that he's looked this season, I'm just going to stay away from it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What you got on this one, James?
You got it, too.
Go ahead, T.
So it was a tough one because when I first saw it, I wanted to go Colts.
Really?
The line is now 2.5 Tennessee. No, I like what I've seen from the Colts. Home game, Tennessee's 0-2 on the road, and both their losses were pretty. I mean, the third loss of the Browns is really bad. They come back home and they play like a different team. Ryan Tannehill on the road's not good, so that's why I kind of was thinking the Colts after having a good week last week, good comeback. But the line's just going all the way in Tennessee's favor, so I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this one. Both these teams are just so bad. Did see a little stat right here that the Titans past 5 games versus the Colts, they have won and covered the spread every single game. So if I were to go somewhere, I'd probably go Titans. I like Derrick Henry; he's a stud. I just really don't like either QB, and I don't really like either team in general, to be honest with you. So I'd pass on this. But if I had to go somewhere, I'd probably go Titans.
Absolutely. Well, let's get out of this ugly game and hop into this next ugly one.
Get away from that.
New York Giants at Miami with a spread of -11. Miami with the over/under of 48.5. Honestly, it's not one of my picks of the week, but I fucking love Miami -11.
Yes.
Just came off a horrible loss. How the fuck are the New York Giants going to score points? Their offensive line looks atrocious. Saquon comes back this week, but it doesn't matter if there's 4 defenders in the backfield every time he touches the ball. even before he takes a fucking step. That's probably one of the worst NFL football performances I've seen. I think that was even worse than when they got killed by the Cowboys. I mean, just watching Daniel Jones just run for his life. And I saw Dan Orlovsky get on the Pat McAfee show and say that it was Daniel Jones' fault that he was taking too many sacks. He wasn't in the right spots. Dude, I watched 3 motherfuckers just pancake grown professional athlete men and go right to Daniel Jones.
No, he was saying the what you just said. Like he counted.
No. He blamed 6 of the sacks on Daniel Jones.
Right, but there was 11. So he said the other
6. There was 11.
6. More than half on Daniel Jones. That's insane.
I agree with. He said he blamed him on Daniel Jones. The other ones were offensive linemen or running 100%. Back type. Yeah.
But come on, dude. 6 sacks. You're telling me were Daniel Jones' fault? I mean, I see maybe 1 or 2, but 6, dude. I rewatched him. I just don't see it. But for that reason, I'd be all over Miami minus 11. But it's just way too many fucking points. I think they do cover this, but Saquon could come out here, fire these boys up, and get them back on the right track. So for that reason, I'm gonna stay away from it. Saquon's a really good back. He could come in here and just go for 200 any game. So for that reason, I'm gonna stay off of this one. What you got on this one, Smil?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away too. If I had to lean one way, I'd go Dolphins. They just came off a tough loss against the Bills. I think they're gonna come back and absolutely spank the Giants.
Yeah.
I got Daniel Jones on my fantasy team. He's absolute garbage. I think he's put up but he had 1 week where he put up like 20 something, but other than that he's put up less than 5 every week.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible. Saquon is coming back, but
only worst fantasy quarterback is Joe Burrow.
Yeah, surprisingly, shockingly. But yeah, I would lean Dolphins. I don't have a pick on this, but I'd lean Dolphins. The Giants are just terrible. They're just horrible.
Yeah, boys, I agree with you. I usually in this spot I'd be taking the 11 points and be happy about it.
Right.
I can't do it because how bad Daniel Jones has been. And the Dolphins are coming off that big loss. How are the Giants, like you said, Colm, how are the Giants going to keep up with the scoring that the Dolphins are going to?
No shot.
How are they going to keep up with that?
And their defense has been in shambles.
This is one of those chalk spots where I would take chalk and lay the points. I mean, I just don't see a way the Giants can score at them. So like we all said, it's too many points for us to put it as a pick this week, but we would definitely lean that way.
Yeah, and honestly, I've seen a lot of pros on Dolphins minus 11. So if you do like that, I don't blame you if you're taking it at all. Next game we got is New Orleans at New England, coming to Foxborough. Fucking Saints have looked awful. We got New England -1 with an over/under of 40. I'm gonna reiterate, the Saints look fucking awful. Yeah, dude, this one's kind of weird. If I had to lean somewhere, it'd definitely be the Patriots. Patriots gotta get back on track. The only reason I'm not taking this is their defense is really hurt right now. And that's like their bread and butter. If they have a good defense, they're gonna be in games. But they have a lot of defensive guys hurt, and for that reason, I'm gonna stay off of this one. And I don't really have much on this one. I might look at like a Ramondre Stevenson over like a certain amount of carries or something like that. Like if they get up by 3 or 7, I could see them just trying to get the fucking game over before they blow it. But yeah, I just don't have a pick on this one. What you got here, Troy?
Yeah, this is an ugly game. If anything, I'd lean on the under. I don't like I see why people want to take the Patriots in this spot. Bad loss, Bill Belichick's your coach, et cetera, et cetera. But it's time for us to stop giving Bill Belichick the benefit of the doubt, like when spots like these. Like he has not come. Like I've been betting the Patriots the last couple of years off of it's Bill Belichick. It's Bill Belichick. I got to take him at home, and he hasn't come through. So I would lean the Saints if I had to pick a side here. But like I said, I like the under a lot more. So it's just I don't know. We got to get away from that. I feel like it's an unpopular opinion, but. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So, Sims, I know you got a pick here. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, I got a pick here. Just a heads up, if I start running out of the camera, it's because there's a giant snake about 10 feet to the left of me. So, I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm here. Yeah, he's moving.
We love it.
So, yes, I got the Patriots -1.5. I got a -1.5. As Troy was saying, I'm kind of going with the Belichick bounce back. They got their ass kicked 38-3. Granted, they did play the Cowboys last week. Pats are 1-3, but they have played the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Cowboys. Three of the best teams in the league. So you got to give them that. And they were one-score games between the Eagles and Dolphins. So they played pretty well against some good teams. Saints, I got Derek Carr on my fantasy team as well. Terrible. Obviously, I'm 0-4 in fantasy, if you haven't guessed.
Yeah.
They just got smacked 26-9 at home. They beat the Titans by a point. They beat the Panthers by 3 points. And Derek Carr's got 2 touchdowns on the year. And he's got a hurt shoulder right now. So if he does play, which I hope he does because he's garbage, I like the Pats in this game at home. And if he doesn't play, they got Jameis Winston playing. So I'm not really worried about that. Give me the Pats minus 1.5 at home.
Well, that sucks
Easy.
for you, Sims, that you took it at 1.5 because it's now at 1.
Well, I'll take it again at 1.5. How about that?
There you go.
Where'd the snake go?
All right, Sims got some background noise here. Can we cut that background noise?
It's bike week in Myrtle.
We just lost audio.
I muted myself because I got a motorcycle next door that's cranking up and getting ready to
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure we didn't lose audio on you. All right. Next game we got. Before we get this next game, 1 second here, guys.
He's grabbing some Steelers gear right now.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
He's probably grabbing his James Harrison jersey.
Oh, Lord.
What's he got on?
Got the kid small. James Harrison, baby.
James Harrison, what did I say?
Next game we got Baltimore
The boy.
at Pitt. This is a divisional game, people. And for this reason, this is going to be my lock of the week. Pittsburgh plus 3.5. Listen to me. Listen to me. When Mike Tomlin comes into a fucking press conference and says, things got to change, things are going to change. Are we going to lose this game? Maybe. Is it going to be by more than a field goal? Absolutely fucking not. So I got Atlanta this week. I got Pittsburgh this week. I got my 2 teams. Listen, I need both my teams to get wins this week. So for this reason, I'm at Pittsburgh plus 3.5. Give it to me. They're going to beat the Ravens. If not, they're going to lose by a field goal. Shit's got to change in Pittsburgh, and it's happening this week. Najee looks like he's getting back around to his normal self, so I love Pittsburgh plus 3.5. You're giving my Pittsburgh Steelers plus 3.5 at Heinz Field. Fuck the new name. It's Heinz Field still. Plus 3.5 Pittsburgh. What you got, Troy?
Wow. So if you like it that much, go ahead and take it now at Steelers plus.
Yeah, I'm taking it again and again and again.
But no, I agree with those reasons, Cole. This is a rah Mike Tomlin spot. You always take Mike Tomlin in this spot. The reason I'm not is because I don't know the quarterback situation right now. If Kenny's playing, I don't know what's going on. So
doesn't matter.
That's why I'm staying away from it. But I do agree with you, and this is a prime Mike Tomlin. He might not win, but he's covering.
Hey, and if Kenny Pickett doesn't start, you know who's coming in? Bad man Rudolph, baby. Bad man Rudolph. Come on now.
What you got?
Hey, he's going to – every time I think of him, I just think of that Myles Garrett. And
Yeah.
That boy's a dog. He was trying to fight Myles Garrett. That boy's a dog.
The boy's a dog.
Yeah, I don't have a pick in this. I know Kenny Pickett's banged up with, I think it's a bone bruise in his knee.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's still practicing, apparently. I think the Ravens are definitely the better team. But like you said, Mike Tomlin's firing up the boys. So
yeah,
maybe it'll work. Maybe
don't get
TJ will go out there and have 4 sacks.
And don't get scared of this line movement either. The only reason that this went up from 3.5 to 4 is because of Kenny. That's it. Kenny's still probably gonna play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up if you liked it that much.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying the +4 is only because of Kenny might not play, but we know he's gonna play. Like if he's practicing, he's gonna play. I feel like.
I also like the under in this spot too. This is
love the under. Love the under.
I do like the under.
So let's go ahead and hop into this next game here. We got Cincinnati at Arizona. I know Troy's got a pick on this one, so I'll go into my 2 cents. I I would be all fucking over Cincy -3. Arizona is getting like +3, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, Arizona's been playing good this year, but they're not a great football team. Bengals got to wake the fuck up. I think Joe Burrow is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Jamar Chase is still one of the best receivers in the league. T. Higgins is possibly the best receiver, too, in the league. They got Joe Mixon. They got guys on defense. Like, they're going to wake the fuck up. And they're going to go on a 8-7 game run, and I think it could start here. Love Cincy -3. It's not one of my plays, but if I had a fourth play, this would definitely be at Cincy -3. But what you got on this one here, Sims?
Yeah, I don't have a pick on this one, but I'm the same way. I'd be leaning the Bengals. If they're going to turn it around, they got to turn it around right here to make that playoff run. Hopefully, Joey B has progressively gotten better, because I know his calf's been bothering him for a while, but hopefully that's the issue. And I don't really love the Cardinals in general. Anyways, I respect them. I think they play hard. I think Dobbs is doing a good job with what he's got. But Bengals are a far better team, and I think they cover the game, and I think they win it, and they gotta make a turnaround. So I got Bengals on this one.
God, I hate that y'all both like the Bengals here, because I like the Bengals as well.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just one of those spots here. I mean, do we really think the Bengals are going to go 1-4? They went to the AFC Championship last year. Should have actually went to the Super Bowl, but we won't get into that. Went to the Super Bowl the year before. Basically the same team core-wise with your skill positions. So it's one of those spots where I'm like, do I really think they're gonna go 1-4 against the Cardinals? I don't. So I have to go with the Bengals -3 as one of my picks.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
I love it. I love it.
I like it a lot.
Probably going to lose it.
Sorry we disappointed you. Picking the same team.
Yeah. Sorry our opinions suck.
Yeah. Sorry our opinions were the same as yours, and that's an issue.
It's not. That's not.
Boys, just take an appreciation for how small this jersey is. I mean, I'm about to rip out this fucking
big.
Boy, I got this when I was 12 years old.
Gotten big.
I got this thing when I was 12 years old. This thing is so small. Anyway, so
late growth spurt.
Yeah, we got Philly at the Rams coming to LA. We got the Rams +4.5 with an over/under of 50.5. I don't really like much on this game. It seems like Eagles are skating by like on a lot of close games. Barely beat the Commanders last week. They're one of the only undefeated teams. I think it's just them and the 49ers, I believe.
I think that's right.
I think I honestly could see the Eagles. I honestly, if I was to have any value in this play, I might sprinkle a little on Rams money line. But yeah, if I was leaning anyway, it would definitely be Rams. But I don't have any picks on this one just because that Eagles offense scares the living shit out of me. But yeah, what you got on this one, Sims?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't have a pick on this one. I feel like the Eagles are kind of flirting with a loss, and 4-0. I think they're kind of due for a loss, and I honestly like the Rams. I love Stafford, of course. Auburn fan, but go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Stafford. Puka is that dude. Tutu is that dude. I think they could squeeze this one out with the points. So if I had to lean anywhere, I'd go Rams, but I'm not gonna take a pick on this one.
Sims, love that mindset there. I'm going with the Rams +4.5. Like you just said, I mean, the Eagles are due for a loss here. 4.5 is way too many points for this Rams team at home as well. I mean, I know it's not much of a home field advantage, but
is Cooper Kupp back this week?
Travel from. I'll get there.
Oh, sorry.
We have Cooper Kupp is back, as Christian just said.
My bad. That's on me.
So I want y'all to think about this. Puka Nacua has been playing wide receiver 1. He's one of the best receivers in the league this year if you just go off the last 4 games.
Yep.
Now you're bringing Cooper Kupp back in. Who are they going to double? You can't double anybody. If you don't double Cooper Kupp, he's going to completely go the hell off. And I will note that the weakness in this defense is their pass defense. They give up 280 yards per game, and that's what the Rams are going to do. So give me the Rams +4.5. Way too many points here. I'll also note the Rams are 4-0 against the spread this year. Make it 5-0, baby. I'm riding with them again.
I love it.
I love it.
My third time.
I love it. Alrighty.
Big Stafford guy.
So we got all of Troy's picks here. We're just waiting on his lock of the week. So we got New York Jets at Denver. We got Denver minus 1.5 with an over/under of 43.5.
Sim, what you got?
I got a little 8. Sorry, what's the play? Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Dog was messing me up. Oh, is this the Jets and the Broncos?
Jets, Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, man. I don't have a pick, obviously, but if I had to lean, I'd lean Broncos. I mean, they absolutely turned it on second half last week and came back and beat the Bears. I just don't trust Zach Wilson. I just don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I just don't think he can do it. And I think Russell Wilson is kind of showing back up, and he's kind of the Russell Wilson of of the old days. So if I had to lean anywhere, I'd pick Denver. I'd pick Denver at home. I like that.
Sims, I agree with that. I would lean Denver here, but I don't like to bet emotionally. I have a really emotional tie to Zach Wilson. I've been wanting him to succeed this whole time. I think I said that last week as well. So for that reason, I'm staying completely out of this game. And if you watched him Sunday night, he looked good.
I did.
If he can get into early passing downs like they had that night against the Chiefs, I think he can succeed in this league. But like I said, for that reason, I just got to stay away from this. But Colm, I know you got a pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the New York Jets are going to win this game outright. Reason being, first of all, kind of what you guys hinted on last week. I watched that Jets game pretty closely just because it was the Chiefs versus Jets prime time. Zach Wilson looked like a completely fucking different guy out there, man. He had some composure and like the way the teammates were picking him up, the post game interview, everything this week is just screaming Jets. The fucking Denver Broncos should have lost to the Chicago Bears last week. Let's go ahead and get that straight. That should have been an L for them. They skated by that win. I believe, was that in Chicago or at Denver? I believe it was at Denver as well, wasn't it? I think it was. But we're going to say it was. And if it wasn't, leave it in the comments. Say fuck you to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think they're going to win this game outright.
It was in Chicago.
Right. Okay, so it was in Chicago. My bad. So they're coming back home. That kind of sucks. But honestly, I love the Jets. I don't see how Denver can put up more than 10 points on this Jets defense either. I really don't think that the Broncos have the offense that they think they have. They got all these weapons and everything like that, but if you don't have an offensive line, you don't have a run game, you're not going to move the ball down the field. They've looked atrocious on offense. Only team that they can score on seems like it's the fucking Bears, which, the New York Jets, I could see 2 defensive touchdowns, 2 picks. Like, I think the New York Jets defense will play out of their mind. Zach Wilson's going to come prepared this week. He's going to be ready to play. I could see the Jets winning this outright, but I got them at +2. It's moved to -1.5, which means I'm in the right spot. I'm on the right side. So, yeah, I'm all over Jets +2.
It's Christian. I think the way that's going to happen is if they can get off to a really good, fast start, then that's how you get that defense in the game. If they get off to a slow start, they get down, defense is going to kind of, that's just how that works. If they can get in that flow early, then I love that spot for them.
And let's be honest, the Jets should have won that game last week. Like, that was a bullshit call. I'm sorry, that was a bullshit call. Yeah, that was a bullshit call.
What the hell?
That was not
after
holding.
He picked it. It should have been 3 picks for Mahomes.
Yeah, and I think that rough loss last week, playing against a way better team in the Chiefs, I think they come out here ready to go for the Broncos, and I honestly can see them winning this outright. I'd see a lot of the public on the Broncos too, which I love. So yeah, I'm all over Jets. Jets +2. Looks like Zach Wilson. He's not a starter in the league, but I think he's a damn good backup, and I think he'll be a backup in the league for a while unless someone really needs him. But yeah, love the Jets +2. That was almost my lock of the week there. But next game we got Kansas City at Minnesota. We got Minnesota +4.5 with an over/under of 53. We got this one's weird for me. So the reason I have a pick on this game, and the reason being, and I'll go ahead and go through my pick, and you guys can give y'all's 2 cents. The reason that I have the Vikings, I got the Vikings at +5. So this is going to be my last play of the week. It's going to be Vikings +5. The reason I love this is we know 2 things about this, or 1 thing each about this team. Vikings always in 1-score games. Kansas City Chiefs never fucking cover. That's why I love the Vikings in this spot.
That's true.
I think the Vikings are going to come out once again, Chiefs skated by last week. Mahomes looked like shit. So either Chiefs are going to come out and look like the exact same they have looked all year. Like their offense has not looked good all year. Like everyone's just ignoring the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs offense has not looked good all year. So I think this is I could see the over in this. But I could see Vikings losing by a field goal or winning this outright. Kind of the same thing as last week. They're either going to win by a field goal or more against Carolina when I took them. And that's exactly what they did. I love betting on the Vikings because I know what I'm going to get with them. They're going to be in one-score games. If you're giving me points, give me the Vikings. But yeah, that's going to be my last pick of the week, Minnesota +5. What you got on this one, Sims?
Yeah, I don't have a pick on this one, but I like that. I like Minnesota. I mean, their weapons are great. Madison started off slow, but he's really picked it up the last couple of weeks. They got JJ. I mean, I think they have enough weapons to make it happen. Depends on if T Swift is there, then I'm leaning more Chiefs.
She's gonna be there.
If she's then say less. I'm leaning Chiefs. Then that switches it up. Give me Chiefs. Give me Chiefs and T Swift.
Bury him, Troy. Just
Go ahead, bury me again. Do it again.
No, I don't have a pick on this one, but Christian, I agree with you 100%. You kind of stole what I was going to say. Mahomes under a field goal, we're taking the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Over a field goal, we take the other side. Mm-hmm. Works out very, very good. It's a big percentage that happens. And for the reasons you stated, they have the weapons to compete with this Chiefs team and Mr. Pfizer. So I'm going to lean the Vikings.
Dude, that was fucking great. When Aaron Rodgers said that, oh my god, dude, that was so fucking awesome. I loved that. But all right, let's get into this next game. Definitely the game of the week here.
Man,
Dallas at San Francisco. I cannot fucking wait to grab me a cold beer and watch this game. San Francisco -3.5 with an over/under of 45. I don't lean anywhere on this game. The only thing that scares the ever living shit out of me is we got 72% or 75% of the public on San Francisco, and it's the game of the week, so you know there's gonna be a lot of plays on it. And Vegas, I could just see them stealing everybody's fucking money. But yeah, so I don't have any plays on this one. I'm gonna stay off of this one. Sims, we're losing a little bit of your camera here, buddy. You're getting a little blurry. There we go. You're back. But yeah, I don't have anything on this one. You got anything on this one, Sims?
No, I don't have anything on this one. Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see the public be this lopsided. I'm looking at 71% 49ers, 29% Dallas. If I had to pick
What's the money percentage?
Huh?
What's the money percentage?
I don't know, buddy. I'm on the website.
He doesn't have the stat.
Yeah, I don't have all that shit.
Well, that's a big. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not making a pick on this. I'm just saying. If I had to go anywhere, I'd probably go 49ers. I love Brock, and McCaffrey has just been in his bag this year. So if I had to go anywhere, I'd probably go 49ers, but I'm not making a pick on this because Cowboys could be great and they could be terrible. So we'll just see.
Absolutely. What you got on this one, Troy?
Yeah, so this is going to be my lock of the week. Give me the Niners -3.5. Listen, it's pretty simple. The Niners don't lose to Dallas. They're little brothers. We all know this. That's why Dak Prescott tried to act all angry last week when they asked him something in the press conference. It's a joke. The Niners are going to roll in this game. They're going to run the ball like they always do. And, yeah, there's 67% of the bets on the 49ers, but there's also a lot of big money on the 49ers, so there's not really it's not like there's a ton of bets on this team and the money's like really low. It's actually money's actually higher on the 49ers. So 49ers should roll in this game. They always beat Dallas. And I'll also note the last 13 games coming at home, they have covered 13 straight. 13 straight. So
wow.
Yeah, Niners 3.5. I love it, man. I'm all over it.
Yeah.
We're going off history. We're going off of all that good stuff. So yeah, give me the Niners -3.5. Lock of the week. Let's try to go 4-1.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this week, Colm.
Absolutely. Yeah, this would have been definitely one of mine if this would be one of those plays where I juice it up a little bit. I think I love San Francisco at the -3 spot. The -3.5 scares me a little bit because I definitely think it could be a field goal game. But yeah, kind of like what Troy said. Like, this is a big brother, little brother. And also the Cowboys have had a very bad game this year against the Cardinals. They looked awful. San Francisco hasn't had shown a sign of weakness this year. They have been just boat racing teams. So that definitely makes me lean towards San Francisco a little bit more, but I would like to just enjoy this one. I'm definitely going to have some props on the Twitter for this game because I know everyone's going to be watching it. I can just go ahead and let you know right now it's going to be Christian McCaffrey props. Reason being is I saw this interview where people are stopping Micah Parsons by running the ball at him. Running the ball at Micah Parsons.
That's what you do with a great pass rusher.
Right, but some pass rushers are also great run stoppers. But Micah Parsons is a get down the field, use his speed kind of guy. So I think they're going to run Christian McCaffrey right at Micah Parsons' side, and they're going to tire him out all night. And this could get ugly. If they come out and play like they did in Arizona, this is going to get ugly fucking fast. So if I was leaning anyway, definitely be 49ers, but I'm going to stay off of this one and just enjoy it and watch some props hit. Next game, last game of the week, we got Green Bay coming to Vegas. We got Vegas at home, +1. They're home dogs with the over-under of 45. I don't really have anything on this game, but kind of what I stated makes me lean towards Raiders. We always bet home dogs. I honestly love the Raiders +1 if I had to take it, but honestly, Jordan Love is due for a comeback game. He's lost 2 in a row. Has he lost 2 in a row? He just lost He just had a bad loss to the Lions. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So he could have a comeback game here, going into Vegas, playing under the bright lights, I guess. I don't know if I can know. Vegas, I don't know if you can consider that bright lights. But, yeah, I don't have anything on this
Casino
one.
lights.
Yeah, casino lights. But I don't have anything on this one. What you got, Sims?
I don't have anything on this one either. Do we know if this is big? Do we know if Jimmy G is going to be off? I know he's in concussion protocol.
I think Jimmy G will be back.
Play?
I think Jimmy G will be back.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming at this line, I'm assuming the books are assuming that Jimmy G's back because this line would probably be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even really know where to lean because with not knowing if he's going to be back, it's like, I mean, if he's not going to play, I go Packers. If he's going to play, I go Raiders.
Absolutely.
That's all I would say, really. I mean, that's it.
I would lean the Raiders no matter what here. I like what I saw from Aiden O'Connell last week against the Chargers. Had a chance to tie that game at the end. So I would lean the Raiders here, even if Jimmy G's not playing. But a lot of question marks. So for me, that's why I'm staying away. And I like my other 4 just way better. So with that being said, that's the end of the picks this week. Let's recap Sims's picks.
Yep.
All right, Sims, we got your first pick. Bills -5.5. Just give us a little recap. We got Patriots -1, and then Texans +1.5.
Yeah, and I kind of talked fairly thoroughly about all these, but yeah, I got Bills -5.5 in London against the Jags. Jags looked pretty good last week against the Falcons, but the Bills have been lighting it up the last 3 games. I mean, they look like Super Bowl Bills. So I'm going to go with the Bills. Josh Allen's they've won the last 3 games by 28+ points. Josh Allen had 320 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 rush touchdown last week against a middle-of-the-pack defense. And I think the Jags defense is probably a little bit worse than the Dolphins. So give me Bills -5.5 in London. What do we got next?
Patriots -1.5.
Patriots -1.5. This one was no, this one wasn't controversial. It was the next one. Patriots -1.5. I like Bill Belichick bouncing back after a 38-3 loss against the Cowboys. Like I said, they have played the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Cowboys in the first 4 weeks. So, I mean, outside of the 49ers, probably played 3 of the best teams in football. And they have been the Eagles and the Dolphins were 1-score games. Sorry.
I can't wait. Yeah,
it's bike week.
Buddy, terrible idea doing this outside, by the way.
But I'm at the beach. I'm trying to be outside. I know it's nighttime, but whatever. Pardon on that. But the Eagles and Dolphins game were 1-score games. They played some pretty tight games against some pretty good talent. And the Saints have just been absolutely atrocious. Whether Derek Carr plays or not, Derek Carr, I hope he plays. He's been terrible. I think he's thrown 2 touchdowns this year. And the backup is Jameis Winston, who we all know is terrible. So give me Patriots -1.5 at home. Lastly, this is the controversial take of the week. I got Texas +1.5 at the Falcons. CJ Stroud has been a dog. They just won 30-6 against the Steelers. The Falcons just got their rear ends kicked by the Jags in London. And CJ Stroud's just been a dog. I don't like Desmond Ritter.
Falcons are definitely winning now. You just called this man Riddler.
I had a couple drinks.
Falcons are winning.
Whatever. Sorry, Bailey's right there. I don't like Desmond Ritter. I like Bijan.
Bijan.
But Bijan. All right, I'm working on it. But I like the Texans +1.5 at the Falcons. I don't trust the Falcons. I live in Atlanta and I don't trust them. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Well, that'll be the big one. So I'll be texting y'all on Sunday when I whip y'all's ass.
Absolutely.
If we can just recap last week, me and Rich had a disagreement about something like this, and he was very silent during that Steelers-Texans game. So.
All right, Troy, send us out, brother.
Well, Chris or Sims, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it. Make sure you go like, subscribe to the channel, like the video, repost the video.
Follow the Twitter.
Go follow the Twitter. We showed it earlier. All that good stuff. We'll see you back here next Thursday, 12 p.m. Can't wait for it, but let's have a winning week this week and keep the train rolling.
Go Steelers, go Falcons, baby. Good show, boys.
That's right.